So I sold a lead gen agency for 7 figures, and then I scaled a D2C agency to 8 figures. My name is Kyle Hunt, and I'm the founder of Agency Operators Level Up Community, where we help agency operators install operational excellence into their agencies. And here are the 5 metrics that I believe you must track weekly, and that I recommend to all the community members to track weekly. And the first one is your on-time delivery rate. And this is the percentage of orders that you're going to be delivering on time. And if this meeting takes place on a Monday, I would look back at the past week to see of 100 tasks that we had that were supposed to be delivered, how many of those did we deliver on time? And really, this should be 100%, but you should definitely aim for 95% because anytime you have late deliveries and you're telling a client, hey, this is supposed to be delivered this time, it's going to erode client trust. And you want to make sure that you're tracking the promised delivery date versus the actual delivery date. And if you're not tracking this, you're probably only 60 to 70% delivery on time. It's pretty normal. The second metric is a client performance target. And this is going to vary greatly depending upon the service that you're offering, but it's some sort of performance target where you're getting with the client one-on-one and saying, this is what we're going to hit this month. And I tend to do these as monthly performance targets so that they're less variable. But then we want to make sure that we're tracking it weekly so that if we're off, we can be proactive versus reactive. So if we're only tracking it monthly and we have a monthly target and we missed it, we're a little late. But if we're tracking it on a weekly basis, we're able to adjust and figure out the root cause of why we're not hitting it and then have the team fix it. The third metric is rework rate percentage. And this is also called revisions, just different terminology. And this is likely going to be 20 to 30% if you've never tracked this as well. And the reason that revisions are really important to track is because each revision eats into client trust. Every time a client sends something back to you, they're like, I know this better than you. I am the expert here, not you. So this is another reason that it will erode client trust if you have high rework percentages. The other reason that rework is important to track is because it decreases the capacity of your team to do additional work. So if you have 20 to 30% of your projects that you're reworking, your team has 20 to 30% less capacity that they could either be going deeper on existing clients or that they could be bringing in new clients and bringing in new revenue for you. And to calculate this, you just use the formula of revisions divided by total deliverables times 100. The fourth metric is lead time, and this is usually tracked in days. And this is the time from the beginning of a process to the end of a process. So if this was an email agency, this might be from strategy until putting it into Klaviyo. And longer lead times create more rework because a lot can happen if it takes you 3 weeks to deliver an email versus if it takes you 2 days or a week to deliver an email to your client. And you want to see how long that it takes for each project to deliver last week. So the way I would view it is like, of all the projects that were delivered last week, how long did it take for us to deliver them? And if you're using ClickUp, there's actually a native tracker in there for lead time if you want to do it automated as well. And then the important thing is brainstorming with the team on how to reduce the lead time so that you're responding to clients and you're responding to the market faster. And the fifth metric is going to be error rate. And this is usually 1 to 2% if it's not tracked. And an error is anything that's been released to a client that after it's been released, we found that it had an issue. That could be we found that it had an issue like our team did, or the client found that it had an issue. And examples could be like you posted an ad on Facebook, it went through the process, but then after you posted it, you realized, oh crap, we had the wrong ad copy in there. Or if you're an email agency, this could be we included the wrong link. That's very common. Same thing happens here is that each one of these errors damages clients' confidence and your ability to do your job and to position yourself as an expert. So even though these don't happen as frequently, when they do happen, that's usually a big deal. So start tracking these today and you'll start to see a lot of really positive patterns emerge within weeks. And PS, Agency Operators Level Up is closing tomorrow at midnight EST or until we sign up our next 2 members, whichever comes first. We've got 8 signed up of our 10 that we're opening this month. And if you'd like one-on-one help with tracking the right metrics in your agency so you can reach your 2025 goals, comment with metrics below and I'll send you the details. Don't lose your spot this time. See you inside.